All right. So, your agenda. What's today's date? Does anyone know what today's date is? Well, it's the 12th, right? So today is the 12th. And you are writing your homework. We have homework for reading, and we have homework for language arts. The homework for reading is read 10 minutes. Read 10 minutes. You already write it? Why not? Where's your agenda? You don't have your agenda either? Okay, you need to bring it tomorrow, okay? So read for 10 minutes, and then in language arts, the homework is Thursday homework page. Now, I am picking up that whole entire homework page tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yes.
But I'm done with mine already.
Okay, I'm picking it up tomorrow. So you'll turn it in tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. Well, how are you going to turn it in? I have one right here. It's super easy. Oh, well, you should, your Uncle Fred is not in the 4th grade. You should do your own work. All right. Yes, sir. The one, like the one that's on the floor right in front of your foot? All right. Come on. We have like 30 seconds left. What do you need? What's your last name? Huh? Stewart? You sit at 16.
Language arts.
Language arts. Yeah, because 15 is Zion. And he's not here.
He's still on it. He comes back there.
Okay. I did. I moved, but nothing else changed. I didn't move any of these desks. I just turned 7 this way. Yes. Well, I have one for you. All right. Once you finish writing in your agenda, put your agenda and your take-home folder away and open. I'm sending the eraser. Get out your computer and you're gonna log into Clever. Yeah. Put it in the desk. Thank you. So we're logging into Nearpod. The code, I'm going to put the cord large. Let's get logged in. Hi, baby. Up in the hurry up. Hey, come on. Computer open. Computer open. Computer open. Put it up right now. Get out the computer and follow directions. Computer out. Agenda away. Look away. Good job, good job. Yep, you can put the code in. CHR.
You put a nickname.
You put your first name. That would be great because I'm actually going to be grading.
Well, this one says full name.
Oh, then put your first and last name.
Yeah.
You ready to see? Look, who's this? That is your sister on my phone from when she was in the 7th grade.
Like,
That's funny, huh? Oh, that's weird. It just pops up every once in a while. All right. Raise your hand if you're logged into Nearpod with the code.
No, not me. No.
Okay. Please put your first and last name, like it asks you. It asks you to put your first and last name, so that's what we put, our first and last name. You put your first and last name. Okay. First and last name. Nearpod.
I'm here.
Come on, get in your pod. All right.
Who's hot? I'm not.
Well, that's okay. Hurry it up.
No spaces in the heat.
Okay, we're.
What is that?
All right. So this class actually did much better than some of my other classes as far as the section quiz went. I had more students in this class pass the section quiz than all of my other classes. However, the scores were not nearly as good as I believe they should be. So I turned that to a practice quiz, and we're going to study and take it again. All right. So what are we doing? Well, we obviously struggled with some of the concepts in the quiz, some of the vocabulary words. That's okay. We also struggled with picking the best answer, right? Because sometimes some of them are close, but there's one that's just a little better. And something that was better. Did you take it with you to your next class?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the one that's bye, honey, love you. Some of the ones that are better are the ones that use the language from the question. Okay. And just because we didn't understand it, this means that we didn't understand it yet. It doesn't mean that we're not going to. All right. We looked at this. Can anyone tell me what this is a picture of?
Grass.
Okay. And what? It looks like grass, but it's actually not grass.
It's
It's not forest. What is it?
The Everglades National Park.
It is the Everglades National Park. Right?
I'm not logged in yet.
Okay, why are you yelling? Type your name. Type your name. All right. Now, this is what that grassy area looks like.
Marsh.
Exactly. Marsh. Excellent. There's a lot of alligators. Here, just set it on the shelf set it right there. It's fine. Okay. Show 5. Show 5. Show 5. We understand that the Everglades National Park is special. It's special because it was created to preserve the animals. As you can see, there are a lot of alligators there, right? Some say that when the mob, does anyone know who the mob is?
Nope.
The mob, they were gangsters. They were Italian gangsters, and they lived in New York City and Las Vegas. That was where they were really big. They used to take bodies out to Everglades National Park to get rid of them. That was the rumor.
I thought it was great.
All right. Now, these are the bullet points. Okay, come on. These are the bullet points. This is the information you need to know. Everglades National Park is special because it was dedicated to preserving the animals that live there. That means the animals are safe from being hunted. This is their special home. People cannot build homes or cities here. It is a nature preserve. The word preserve means to save or maintain something. The park is maintaining animals. Repeat after me. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Nature preserve.
Nature preserve.
Preserves the nature.
Preserves the nature.
Nature preserve.
Nature preserve.
Maintains the nature.
Maintains the nature.
There's that. Turn to your and tell your friends what a nature preserve is. Tell them. Yeah. All right. So guys. All right. So we all know that a nature preserve preserves the nature. All right. So, in your own words, define what preserve means. In your own word, define what preserve means. And post your, come on. This is going to have to get put up. That's what you're going to do. Come on. Stay focused. In your own words, define what preserve means. What does the word preserve mean to you? How would you tell me? How would you tell somebody who said, what does preserve mean? When you're done, post your sticky. How would you explain that to me? What does preserve mean? Oh, and the same context that we're talking about. So we're talking about nature preserve, right? What the way we've been talking about it. Hmm.
About this preserve.
What do you think? What is the word? If somebody said, if I said, what is, like, as what we're talking about, what does the word preserve mean? Okay. We have 15. Come on, everyone's turn in your sticky. We should have 24 and I only have 16. Come on, it doesn't take that long. 17. You have 20 seconds and we're going to have to move on without you.
I just put mine.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, hurry up, 8, 7, 6, 5, don't get your eyes up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hurry up. Stop looking up and looking around and keep typing.
We just need Wait, who's name Steve? You can't see the names.
Okay, I gotta post it. We have to move on.
Please.
Just share what you have. Just share. Your name's not gonna be up there. Just share what you have. Just no. Share it. There we go. All right. So, I did not think that your name was going to be Cher.
I didn't see the name.
All right. So, preserve means to maintain something. Preserve means to save something. Preserve means to set something aside. Preserve means to save. Excellent. You guys are all on the right track. All right. The word preserve means A, B, C, or D. The word preserve means A, B, C, or D. A, B, C, or D. Destroy, maintain, neglect, or get rid of. Okay, I need everybody. All right. There should be 2 questions, right? So the second question is, oh, whoops, my bad. The second question, I didn't know how to get to the second one. Oh, thank you. The second one is, when you preserve something, that means that you build cities, go swimming, set it aside for safekeeping, or bulldoze it. All right, so I will tell you that the correct answer here was B, to maintain, and that the correct answer here was set it aside for safekeeping. All right? All right, so simile.
Ms. Myers,
Yeah?
can I ask Nikita Savoy for checkout?
Yes. All right, so let's focus. So, simile. A simile is where you compare 2 unlike things that are not related at all to one another, using the word like or as. That means it must have like or as in it to be a simile. The word like or as by itself is not a simile. In order to say that something is a simile, you must be comparing one thing to something else using like or as. So if I said underline the simile, you can't just underline like or as, you'd have to underline the entire thing, right? All right, you ready to mirror words?
Yeah.
Okay, a simile. A simile. Compares 2 things. Using like or as. Like or as. It must have. Like or as. To be a simile. Here's off. So we know that when we are looking, if I said find the simile, the very way I would do it is I would look through the whole passage just for the word like or as. And when I found it, I would see what was on both sides of that word. Because one side is going to compare one thing to the other, right? All right. All right. You need to put the words in the correct spot. This sentence is a blank because it uses the word blank to compare waterways to blank. The word is, the waterways in Everglades National Park are like snakes reaching out to the ocean. The waterways in Everglades National Park are like snakes reaching out to the ocean. This sentence is a what? Don't tell me out loud. Put the word there. Because it uses the word to compare waterways to what?
You just have to keep your hand on. Don't get involved. Then you can ask. It's not going to the ball. That's the answer. We're not going to have to buy. What's up?
If you're not doing if you don't put the right word there, maybe it's not this day. I don't know. Maybe you didn't get it in the box all the way. All right. If you don't get the word all the way in the box, it will not stay. So what's the first word? Simile, right? This is a simile because it uses the word like to compare waterways to. Excellent. All right, here's another one. The storm moved as fast as a freight train, tearing its way through Florida City and Homestead. This sentence is a blank because it used the word blank to compare the speed of the blank to a blank as it hit the cities of Florida City and Homestead. Go in order. If the sentence says that it compares the storm to a train. Your screen just
No, it was a smash.
Oh, I don't know. It looks like it's like that because
Oh my god! Freaking car.
Is your computer still set for that science? Got it? Okay.
Oh.
Got it? All right, when you're done, it will tell you nice work. When you click done, it will tell you, why did you do that? It uses the word what? Okay, so what does it use? Does it use the word like or as? Does it use the word like or as?
Like she reading her book. I know.
Okay, please put your book away. All right, so it is a simile because it uses the word add to compare the storm to the train, right? All right. All right. Now, listen. Listen to me. At the bottom of the page, you have a highlighter. Your highlighter can be different colors. You're going to use the highlighter to highlight the simile in this passage.
Okay.
They had come. Shut by. Okay. You have to be quiet and you have to listen. They had just enough money to buy or rent a small home. Many lived in trailer parks. Some had no insurance. Now their houses were kindling wood. Their homes were like crushed soda cans. Highlight the simile. It's an entire sentence. Highlight the simile.
Oh.
Take your highlighter and highlight the simile. The highlighter right there. Remember, a simile is a sentence that uses like or as. So if your sentence does not have like or as, it is not a simile.
And one word doesn't.
No, we're not reading a book in class today. I don't want you to rush through to read a book. Good. No? Good. Good. Good.
You expect our highlighting to
So that sentence, now their house is from kindling wood. Show me where the like is in that sentence or as.
I'm so hard to highlight on this. Oh, nice and normal.
Very good. Very good. That's good enough. That's very good. Very good. Very good. You can make the size of your highlighter larger or smaller. What are you highlighting? What sentence? Show me what sentence you're going to highlight. Okay, before you start there, there is no, the word like or as is not in that sentence, right? Okay. Okay, show me where the word like or as is in that sentence. No, like as, not for. Yes. Yes. All right. So, their homes were like crushed soda cans, right? Because it uses the word, it uses the word like to compare the homes to the soda cans, right? All right, we're moving on. All right, there is a question on the board that you must answer. What does this simile describe? Their homes look like crushed soda cans. Is it A, the center of the storm's location? Is it B, what their homes look like after the hurricane hit them? Was it the crushing of the sea on the town? Or is it what a soda can looks like? Okay, it's gonna restart. All right, so the correct answer for question number 1 is B. What their homes look like after the hurricane hit them. All right, so the question is, what words must the simile have in order to be a simile? You have 2 minutes. You don't have unlimited amount of time. What words, there are 2 of them, what words does a simile have to have in order to be a simile? Type the 2 words that a simile must have in order to be a simile. If that's not that was not the directions, but if you have time,
I need help writing.
No, you don't. You're typing. No, then use 2 fingers. One on this hand and one on that hand. There's no reason why you can't use both hands.
There's now 13 people.
Mm-hmm. All right. Come on. You have 53 seconds. Oh, we only have 22. I don't know how I counted before. All right. So, as and like, they must have like or as, like. So, I know it says like or as, but it's telling you like, as. One or the other. It's using the word or like it's one or the other. The word or is not part of the simile. Right? Everyone understand that? I know it can be confusing. Because Mason picked one and he was like, well, this is it. And it had the word or in it. Not like or as. Okay. Next. So, description versus fact. This was one that caught a lot of you. All right? So, descriptions are words that help us picture the scene in our minds, even if we cannot see it with our eyes. Shopping centers, warehouses, churches, and schools were ripped out of the ground or hammered into piles of twisted steel beams and splintered wood. Those are descriptions. They are not, that is somebody's opinion, right? That is what it looked like to them. Now, it may be true, but when you look at it, maybe you see something else. But that is what it looked like to them, Colin. That is what it looked like to them when they looked at it. And so they are describing it to you. This is how you would explain something to somebody if they were blind. If they could not see and they were blind and they said, oh, what does it look like after the hurricane? You would give them vivid language like this so that they could understand what it is that you were looking at. So I want you to highlight the descriptive words and phrases. Trees littered the ground. Lampposts were bent under the wreckage. Street signs were gone, and streets were buried under wreckage. The city was demolished, and along the way, single homes stood like soldiers between the pile of debris. Highlight the descriptive language. I just explained it to you very clearly. So we've talked about descriptive language, right? Vivid language, how you would describe something to a blind person, the way it helps you picture the scene in your mind. Hey, that's actually a simile. What other language in that sentence is descriptive? right? Words and phrases. Words and phrases, not, it didn't just say sentences, right? What it looked like, look at the word litter. What does it mean to litter?
Throw trash on
To
the
throw
ground.
trash on the ground. So if they're saying trees littered the ground, they're saying trees were like trash, right? So that would, littered would be one. Okay, well, it would probably, because you submitted your answer. Edit answer. Okay, you have about a minute left to just, so your name is not going to be shown, right? This is, I want to see what you know. Nobody's going to see your name, so you should highlight something. It's okay to make mistakes. It's like, this is what you think. But you have to highlight something. Okay? There's more. There's more. Look at the word demolished. Demolished, wreckage, littered, buried. Okay, we have about 10 seconds left. All right, so I would have picked littered. I would have said bent under the wreckage. I would have said buried under the wreckage. I would have said demolished, and I would have said piles of debris. Okay. Now, here, this is just out of curiosity. Who can identify the simile in this sentence? Pick your answer. A, B, C, or D. Trees litter the ground. Lamp posts were bent in under the wreckage. Street signs were gone, and streets were buried under wreckage, or the city was demolished along the way. Single homes stood like soldiers between the piles of debris. Pick your answer. I submitted. All right, if you said D, then you're correct. D was the answer because, look, it's comparing, listen, it's comparing single homes to soldiers, right? Because those few homes that stood standing, stood like soldiers. They still stood straight. So it says like soldiers. We're looking for the word like or as. All right. A fact tells it straight. It does not have fancy words to help you picture the scene in your head. It just tells you information. For example, meanwhile in South Florida, some 250,000 people had to live in tents. Another one, in all, Andrew had destroyed 20,000 houses and badly damaged another 90,000. It doesn't describe what those houses look like. It doesn't describe what it looked like where they were living in tents. It just tells you that they did. Those are facts. All right. So highlight only the facts. Finally, the troops were given all their orders and arrived. Tent cities sprang up all over and generators hummed. Food and water were supplied. What are the facts? Just the facts, not the descriptions.
You said when.
It's, yeah. What are the facts?
Oh, yeah.
Highlight only the facts. The directions are on your slide.
So what if it's only a fast line?
That's what it says. Highlight only the facts. There is more than one fact. Okay. What's another fact? One more. Look at the top. Okay, generators hummed is not a fact. Generators hummed is not a fact. That's a description, right? Because it tells you the sound the generators make. That is a description. Generators don't. The generators were on. People were using generators. That is a fact. Generators hummed is a description. So facts and descriptions, the two things that were the hardest for you guys. And the one fact is, so the troops were given their orders. Right? That's a fact. They arrived. And food and water were supplied. Tents don't spring.
No, they don't.
And that's a description. They sprang. And generators hummed. All right. This is one. So, blank and blank are both important parts of telling a story because you need to know what happened and you must be able to blank it in your mind to blank the facts.
Oh. Why is it not working?
You need to figure out how to use the mouse. You don't have to push hard. If your finger hurts, you're pushing too hard.
I did it.
What? Ow!
You know what? I would pick description. Why would I put descriptions first? It's capitalized. Description and facts are both important parts of telling a story because you need to know what happened and you must be able to picture it in your mind to understand the fact. Show 5. All right. Next. Okay. This, what is this a picture of? A storm surge, right? A big wave. Now, do we know that it's a hurricane?
No.
Why would we make the inference that it's a hurricane? What's in the picture? Yes.
Because it looks windy.
Yeah. Okay. So the trees are definitely being blown hard, and there's a big. Yes. Yes, like a storm surge, right? So. In addition to the facts and descriptions, the author includes photographs to help us understand what he or she is telling us. I have only seen waves that large in pictures. I have never seen anything like that in person, and you probably haven't either. If someone just told me that waves got it, and I don't know why I didn't hold everything. If waves just told me that waves got that big, I wouldn't be able to picture it in my mind. I need to be able to see something to have really helped me understand just how big they get. So we also need to know how to read a table. This table is the categories of hurricanes, right? So starts with category 1, which is the smallest hurricane. The winds are the slowest and the damage is the least. The damage is the least in this category. It goes all the way down to category 5. As the category gets larger, the wind speed gets higher and it causes more damage. That means that it increases. When you increase, you get larger, just like in math, right? When you decrease, you get smaller. So your answer should tell you what specifically you are seeing in this picture. This blank shows that the severity of the blank as the storm category So this graph shows that the severity of the damage increases as the storm category increases.
What?
All right. Nice. Now, now, this part, you're not sharing answers. This part, you need to do your very best. Do not copy out other people. Come on, get connected. Hurry it up. Put your agenda down. Put everything away. You can leave your computers where they are. Just don't look at other people's screen. We need 3 more people to be connected. And you know what? You know what we're going to have to do? Do our time to climb tomorrow.
No.
Show 5. Show 5. Show 5. Show 5. Show 5. It took you the entire class period to do the review. Because we had a lot of talks. And people were not focused. When we come into class tomorrow before we start the lesson, we will do our time to climb. That will be your grade for your quiz. Okay? We've been working on this since the first day of school. Why would you forget about it? Okay? So, it will save exactly where we are. Yes. All right. So, I need everybody to close their computers. Please shut them down. Don't forget to shut down your computers. The part that's the grade is your time to cheat. That was just very easy. Please hurry up and put your computers away, put your agendas away, take your library books, grab your lunch.